Hey everybody, I'm Flint Long. A couple of years ago on YouTube, we did an interview with the great Dick Pitassy, the Boogie Woogie master. And we were talking a lot about left-hand patterns and basic stuff like that. And I've heard from a number of my students that they didn't see what Dick Pitassy was doing as well as they would like to. So today we're going to dig a little deeper and we're going to really find out how to get those boogie woogie patterns in the left hand. And so I'd like to introduce you again to my friend Dick Pitassy.
Hey everybody, we're ready to go.
Okay, so we're going to focus on Dick's head. Well, Dick, why don't you play that pattern you were doing a little earlier on the key of C, that kind of slowish pattern.
All right, well this is a nice slow one, and here we go. It's just kind of a bluesy thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the basic pattern.
Okay, so it's simple. It's just C, G, C, A, C, B flat, and back to A, and you go to F, D, E flat. It's a rockin' motion. And then go up to G. You can sort of dress that up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll show you what that's like.
So you added something.
Yeah.
What did you add there?
Well, there's a couple of things I added. Instead of just doing the single keys like we did at the beginning, we're adding thirds to it. So now we're going to play thirds instead of just a single G. So.
Do you do that on the F too?
Sure.
And on the G too, yeah. Fantastic.
Now you can also intersperse a couple of little other things. And so let me just show you first.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's simple to play.
Yeah, but it sounds so full. And this is a time that I'd like to say something about the left hand. Boogie Woogie, as Dick has often said, is all about the left hand. That's what it is. And the reason why Dick's playing is so irresistible to me and others is because he's got that driving left hand. It sounds like a freight train. Even at a slow tempo, I picture a freight train kind of moving through town slowly. Dun, 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 dun. And then when the freight train picks up speed, then it gets pretty exciting too. But at any tempo, Boogie Woogie is all about the left hand. And I tell people, I don't care how many mistakes you make with the right hand. I don't care if it gets sloppy. I don't care if you miss things. Don't stop that left hand. Right, Dick?
I make a lot of mistakes, but I keep going. That's the trick. Most people will not even notice. Now the thing is, it not only the drive is very important, But you gotta put that little element of swing to it, the little feel to it, rather than just, playing the notes almost like in a classical piece. You want your timing to be a certain way.
Yeah.
You need to have some feel with the boogie woogie going along.
Is there any way to, develop that feel, or is it just something?
I think probably the best way to do it is to find something to listen to that's got that sort of feel, and just listen and listen and try to emulate it. I can't think of any way to try to tell somebody how to inject feel. You got to kind of.
Yeah, I teach a lot of boogie woogie, and I teach students that are a little stiff like that in that regard.
Right.
A little bit too worried about the correct notes and stuff, and I tell them, be a little sloppy, be a little lazy, be a little relaxed. In some cases, maybe too relaxed. I mean, sometimes, if you listen to all the great boogie players, you hear them kind of sometimes come off a note wrong or something. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all, because the feel is there. It's the groove. That's what we want. That's what we find irresistible, right? When we hear other.
Absolutely. Now, the thing is, what's good about that first little, very simple, is that if you start with that, it's very simple to play. It's not complicated. Doesn't have to be played really fast or anything. But once you sort of get that, when you move on to other boogie woogie left hands that we're going to go through, you'll see that it's really just a variation on the same thing at a different tempo, and maybe with a couple of different notes, which we'll go over.
Well, why don't we move on to another one then?
Okay, well, let's. I guess the model A would be the classic boogie woogie left hand, which again we're dealing with a fifth here, which is C and G. We're dealing with E, and we're going to be dealing with E flat as well. And it's going to sound. I'm going to play it very slowly to start off. And it can, once you get that going. Now, again, the notes are very simple.
Get you to comment on one thing. Sometimes Albert Hammond and those guys, they stay on the G7th part. They don't come back down to the F.
Yeah. Well, yeah, boogie woogie and a lot of blues and that whole genre is really a 1-4-5-4-1 or a 1-4-5-5-1 pattern. And by that I mean the C chord is the 1, the F chord is the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the G chord is the 5. So in a typical pattern, you get a 1-4-5-4. I'm going to do first.
Okay.
And that would go like this. There's 4. That's a 1-4-5-4. And now here's the one that I usually play a lot, is the 1-4-5-1.
Yeah, you stay on the 5 instead of coming back to the 4.
And that would go like this.
Really good. For those absolute beginners that don't know what we're talking about when we say 1-4-5, we're talking about the scale tones. Like, we're going to take the do re mi, the C major scale, do, re, mi. The fourth tone of the C major is here is C, so the fourth tone is 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth tone is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we're talking about the one chord, we're talking about a chord that's built on the first tone. If we talk about the four chord, we're talking about the F, which is a chord built on the fourth tone. And when we're talking about the five chord, we're talking about the G chord, which is built on the fifth tone. Well, we often make it into a G7th when we do that. But that's what we mean by 1, 4, 5. So when Dick is staying on the G, instead of going, he's staying on the 5 chord, in other words. So I just wanted to point that out for raw beginners.
Okay, so we've got two left-hand patterns that we've done.
We've got two good ones.
And now we can move on to another one. And again, it's really a variation of the first two. So we're going to play, let me just take a second. So again, here we go. We'll go slow. Oh, hang on. I can't play it slow.
Okay, go ahead.
Now we got another one.
Okay.
Now this one's a little different because we're going to inject, instead of a third, we're going to inject a fourth note. And that sounds like this.
But I want you to go back to the previous one right before this. And let's really take a close look at it because I think it's a real classic. I want everybody to get this. Okay. You were coming off the E flat.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, could you play that slow? Play that slow for us. When you take it apart, it doesn't seem that hard.
It's not.
But when you're playing it, it sounds so full.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody loves that one. Yeah. Now I have a variation of that one. Which, stay put, Dick, you're fine. I do it like this.
That was the next one I was going to play.
Oh, okay. Because Ben Conroy in Texas taught me how to play that A.
Yeah.
And come down on the E while holding the A. It's weird, but anyway, that's another variation.
Well, that's the one I was going to play next,
okay.
And that one go.
Pretty much the same one, isn't it? Say something right here. Dick's got that train-like feel, that solid groove. His hand is kind of strong on the keys, kind of heavy. The left hand is definitely laying it down hard. So
Maybe too hard.
And that's why it sounds so good. we have a tendency, I think, right-handed people at least, to think that the right-hand riffs are really important and that they have to fit and all that. And we lose track. Sometimes I just as soon listen to your left hand alone. It's so driving. It sounds like a complete boogie just listening to your left hand. How can people develop what you've got, that groove, that heavy hand, that strong?
Well, as the first video I did, I think the primary notion there was just a lot of repetition.
Yeah.
You got to keep practicing. And, I don't do this exactly on purpose, but it sort of happens automatically. I'm hitting, when I'm on the 1 chord or the C chord, or I'm on the F or G, my pinky is still hitting the C note while I'm doing other things, and that makes it fuller. It keeps going.
Yeah.
It's a,
Yeah, I get the importance of that C now.
the other thing I do, which you you pointed out the other day, I really didn't even think about, is a lot of times, let's say I'm gonna I'm sliding up to the note.
Yeah.
Now when I'm playing in C,
Yeah.
I usually am only going to slide up when I'm going to G, because fingering wise it's a lot easier. If I'm playing in G,
Yeah.
if I'm playing I'm sliding up to the G, and I'll slide up to the D.
You'll slide down to the D.
Well, I normally
Or do you slide up?
I'm sliding
Slide up to the D.
Yeah, I'm going up.
Okay.
And I don't do it when I'm playing in G. I don't do it on C because the fingering is.
You can't get it because it's
It's
white
a little
note in
hard.
front of the C.
Yeah.
You'd have to do that.
So if
But
I
that-
got a couple of black notes, I can slide off.
Right, but that makes it sound so irresistible. You know. Okay, let's talk about the key of G. When I first met Dick Pitassy, we were both playing in the key of G. We like G for boogie woogie. And so in the key of G are 1, 4, 5 chords, and a lot of you more intermediate and advanced people know this, but for the beginners, our 1, 4, 5 chords are 1 is the G, the 4 chord is the C now, and the 5 chord is the D. Why? Because we go to the do, re, mi, and the G. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. The 4th tone is C. Do, re, mi, fa, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th is D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now our 1 chord is G, our 4 chord is C, and our 5 chord is D or D7th. So G is a perfect key to slide up, isn't it? Because you got the black note key, the black key in front of both of your notes like that. You can't do it on C because it's like we said, it's like that. But G you can do it because you've got black keys in front of that. So what is it about the key of G that we like so much for playing boogie woogie? Just feels right.
I think they're both the same. I mean, I don't have an answer for that one. Boogie woogie, I think, is a C. Mostly you hear boogie woogie records played in C. C is a boogie woogie key.
Yeah.
However, You know, G doesn't have to be as heavy. You know, you're down here on C. But if you you can play.
We'll go up a little higher.
Yeah, it's a little higher in the register.
Yeah.
It's not quite as heavy in the bottom. You know, there are other reasons why you might want to do it. If you're playing with a band, you got a bass player that's playing down low, you may not want to fight with him too much, so you get up in the higher register with your left hand.
Very true, yeah.
So there's some technical issues there.
Yeah. You were doing, before we started, you were doing a dugga 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 dugga.
Oh yeah,
and
well,
then
that's
the walking
another.
dugga 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 dugga. Why don't we cover those and then we'll wrap it
Yeah,
up?
sure. Well, this one's you know, everybody's heard this. It's I'm not going to play this in G. It's called a walking bass. It's everybody's heard that.
Yeah, yeah.
And all that is just playing octaves, and you're playing really a G7th chord in octaves. So.
Okay, but each time you play the octave.
But you're playing.
Okay, that's cool.
And then when you go up to the C.
Do it on C. When
you're going to do the 5,
Yeah.
and normally I don't go to D. I wouldn't go to the 5 chord.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the 2.
Oh, I'll be darned. Okay.
And then I'll go on to A.
Okay, show us what you would do there. Oh, that's really cool.
So I'll just play one. I'll play 8 bars through.
That's really nice.
And that just takes a little practice. If you're, you know, your hand's big enough, it should be for 1 octave. Mm-hmm. There's some guys that can reach like 12, 13 notes to that. I can't do that. There's another one that's similar, and I'm not sure what you call this, but I'll do it in C. And it's I'll play it once slowly.
I just heard you mix 2 patterns together when you walked up. Okay, now this is a very good point to close on, and it's an important point. I was having a conversation with one of my Boogie Woogie students the other day, and she felt that because she put in a couple of extra notes or did something like that, that it was wrong. No, it's not wrong. We can do anything we want with our left hand, as long as we keep that drive, as long as we keep that freight train going. So I told her, you know, do something like if you got off and you could save it by moving to a different pattern, then do it, just as long as you don't stop.
You know, the old guys, the original Boogie Woogie masters, my favorite one was Pete Johnson, and Albert Ammons was a close second. And if you listen to their records, these are from the 40s, it's not unusual for them to play 3 or 4 different variations of left hand in one song. So that's common. They mix it up.
That's right. They do whatever feels right, whatever feels good. It's just like Dick added that walking thing to the.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, adds a little variety. I mean, the left hand basically is very repetitious. So you want to throw a little variation in it to spice it up a little.
Yeah, but the best thing, and we'll close with this remark, the best thing you can do to spice up your Boogie Woogie playing is nail down that left hand. Pick one or two of what Dick has shown us today and work on it and don't stop. What I don't want to hear is this. Okay, now I'm gonna go to F. Let's see, what is it now? No, it's A. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear this. Now you're gonna have to move your little finger up to F. Like that. It's gonna take a little target practice, right, Dick?
Yeah. And don't worry if you miss it. Don't worry if you miss it. Just keep going. You'll hit it the next time,
Yeah.
and nobody will notice.
Yeah, that's what we do, right? I wish I had a nickel for every mistake I make. When I'm playing in public, I'm playing and people are going, oh, that was great, boogie woogie, right? And we're making mistakes all over the place. We're dropping notes like flies.
Us boogie woogie guys are playing in a dark, smoke-filled room rather than Carnegie Hall. People will be fine with it.
That's right. Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. And Dick, thank you so much. I think this was a wonderful video.
Good to see you.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.